So you might have heard this before, but there's this concept about fleas in a jar. And basically what these researchers did is they put a bunch of gross little fleas into a jar. And all of these fleas, as you would imagine, were easily jumping up and down and fleeting out of this jar. But what they did next is that they put a lid on the jar. And basically the fleas were jumping and hitting their heads at the top of the jar, as you would imagine. And eventually they trained themselves to stop jumping so high. And then what happened is later on, the researchers unscrewed the lid and the fleas no longer had the ability to jump outside of this jar because they had been conditioned to not jump so high. So my friends, if you want to achieve, let's say, a 3-year plan in 12 months, you can do this, but you have to be in the mindset of jumping outside of the jar. And there's this great quote that says you can't read the label from within the jar, right? You gotta jump way out of the jar, thinking way outside, big. You gotta start breaking down your assumptions and how things work. And why did you decide that this takes 3 years in the first place to achieve? What if you're around the people to make this happen and 10x your result in a year or less? Community, connection, and emotional regulation and intelligence and nervous system regulation, fitness are all going to be a part of this winning team with yourself and the key people around you. Remember, think big, way outside the jar. You already think outside the jar as it is, but the conditioning is holding you down. All my love, all my light.